collective sun, moon, rising Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, if you can believe I've been doing this that long. I am the author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The 2nd one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available. There's a link if you want to check it out. As will Spell Ingredients. That one is in progress, and the 3rd one is on the way. And you can find the original versions of Spell Ingredients, as well as Words of Grace on my website, drawingthecircle.com. We just had the new website done, as well as on patreon.com/drawingthecircle in our digital shop. In the digital shop, both locations, my website and Patreon. We don't just have ebooks. We've got audios and videos. The audios and videos have free previews on Patreon that anyone can check out at any time. Some of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos automatically, depending upon their level of subscription, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. Number 1, they get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. Did it this morning, knocked it out of the park. It was really fun. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship-oriented, like the Path of True Love readings with extendeds, which are really, really long. And they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session, spiritual counseling and readings and all of that. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. But it is the coolest thing I've ever done. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. There's all sorts of cool stuff going on over there, so click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hey, my Scorpios. I love my Scorpios. I have so many of you in my life. So let's do some explanation for the new Scorpios and the crosswatchers, and we will jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. Welcome, new Scorps and crosswatchers. We are doing a simplified version of the Path of True Love reads called the Timeless True Love Timeline Readings, past, present, and future, where you've been, where you are, and where you're headed in the golden true love timeline of this lifetime. Now, the Path of True Love is your healing journey, your hero's journey, your awakening path, your spiritual ascension, whatever you want to call it, through all of the different relationships in your life, not just romantic, but they might show up that way in these reads, to help you anchor and become the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, and the true love that breaks all curses, reincarnational, ancestral, societal, and otherwise, because we all incarnate with some of that stuff going on in our contracts. So let me tell you what we're going to do. 8 cards. We're going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, past, present, and future for the heart, throat, 3rd eye, crown chakra. Those are the divine feminine chakras on the inside, the yin, if you like. We'll get those face down, past, present, and future. Then we will use the mythic tarot for the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root. The masculine yang dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside, like looking in a mirror. Maybe you from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things. Relationships in the physical world, and because it is a crosswatcher reading, there may be mirroring. Sometimes the readings for the crosswatcher in relationship to, in this case, the Scorpio. We'll get those down, past, present, future. Then we will flip them, past, present, future, so all the chakras will be taken care of. We will then get 1 Whisper of Love from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angelo. I love this deck. This one does have romantic cards in it, but not only romantic cards, dedicated to the higher selves of all involved, just not the Scorpio and the crosswatcher, but anybody else who may be involved. And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because mantras work if you work them. You know, all of my clients get at least 1, right? Spiritual counseling doesn't matter the thing, and so they check back in with me 48 hours after, and I say, so how's the mantra going? They're like, oh, I didn't do it. They work if you work them. I know all of these mantras by heart, but I don't know what's written in the bookie book, so I will read from that, and that takes care of our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do anything within my power to help anyone navigate the golden true love timeline, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions they can in whatever relationships they find themselves in, for that true love that conquers all, that true love that heals all wounds, and that true love that breaks all curses. Enough explanation. Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. My favorite part. Still point. My goddess's override. Place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, 3 cards in clarity, face down, past, present, future, for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers. Where have they been? Heart, third eye, crown. In the true love timeline, where are they now? The point of power is always in the present moment. Ooh, that one, okay. And the true love timeline, and where are they headed if they make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless true love timeline reading. Okay, we'll look at those in a minute. Let's get the lower 3 chakras with the mythic tarot, and then we'll flip them over past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. Still quiet. My God's override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it. One more. So let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards in clarity, face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers. Where have they been? Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions in their relationships for this timeless true love timeline read? Okay, well, you've been in a good place. Well, there was definitely a choice. On the inside, you got the 2 of Cups. I know, the romance card, I get it. Right, but in this deck, it's called the Whirlpool. So if you had a big whirlpool and you put a cup on either side, eventually they would come together. 2s are always about choices, minor arcana. So definitely there was a choice made here. Now, throat chakra is willpower. That's choices and decisions. You know, we will, we won't, we do, we don't. But with the Taurus card here, the Queen of Pentacles, this could be someone with Taurus placement. If you have any planets in Taurus, go have a look and see what house it's in. Often that gives a little bit more specific to a general read. Or you could be dealing with someone with the same. But even if no one has any planets in Taurus, I don't have any planets. I'm Leo rising, so it's 10th house. Nothing there. But Taurus is second house dynamic. It's about life values, abundance and prosperity and durable goods, like my new home, like my car, right? So these things that you have that you value for a long time. So regardless whether this is you or not, looking in or looking out, certainly you can say that the choice here was one of value and probably took you a little while to make that choice. Now there is a difference between a choice and a decision. Like tonight this morning I had coffee. I always have coffee. That's a choice. But I said, nah, screw it. I'm leaving all this metaphysical and mystical stuff behind and I'm going to go make coffee beans, right? That's a life-changing decision, like moving from Holbrook, Long Island, New York to Saratoga Springs, New York. Major life change, right? So this is just a choice, but it seems very fertile, right? Demeter, if you will, that kind of earth energy, that Taurus, that bull, that valuable kind of wealth there in some way, shape, or form. Let's see where you are now. Well, you got your first major arcana card. Now, you got the moon where you are right now. Now, the moon, Yamaya, one of the Orishas here, the full moon, right? So, misty with a cloudy with a chance of magic, mystical meatballs, right? You may have no idea what's going on inside of you, but I will say when it's a major arcana card in a simple chakra read like this, major arcana hits that whole zone, heart, third eye, crown. So you might be feeling things, definitely internal intuition. Maybe you share it with the world, maybe you don't. Usually Scorpios don't unless they want to, hopefully. But you get another court card here, and you have got the King of Swords. Now that is Libra energy, okay? Cardinal air. All the kings are cardinal, all the queens are the fixed signs. So you got a queen and a king on the table here, but this isn't about biological gender. So like I said, with the Queen of Pentacles Taurus, if you have any planets in Libra, I do. I have Venus in Libra. It is cardinal or creative air. And Libra is 7th house, regardless of placements in anyone's natal chart. So we're looking at partnerships, marriages, legal contracts, legal agreements, but a balancing of fairness here. So I would say that if you're dealing with any kind of Libra energy, right, you've already made a choice. Now it's like, okay, is it fair? Is it loving, right? Is it creative? Is it moving me forward? While inside you might be feeling things with the moon that may not make sense to you, right? So trying to make sense of it, trying to keep balanced as you do this, even if you are dealing with somebody with that Libra planetary vibe there. But it does speak of one-on-one relationships for sure. Let's see where you're headed. Oh, okay. You got another major arcana card. We'll get there in a moment, but you got the One of Blades. That's the Ace of Swords, the Sibyl. Hold your water, Sibyl. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. The Pythia, one of the priestesses in the Oracle of Delphi, huffing ethylene gas out of a crack in the wall, having visions. So one of them had the visions and babbled it out, another one wrote it down, and a third one deciphered it. I mean, that's a gig, right? Sitting on the tripod there. So a new thought comes in, which is good, right? Coming from cardinal air, the Libra energy of the King of Swords into, right? So you're going from this place of the cloudiness of the moon where you are now to that, like, ooh, what a good idea, right? It's like the crown chakra is open, the third eye gets it, but what are you going to do with it? Well, with the card of Judgment here, it is definitely something being revealed in the outside world that brings this new idea, or the new idea finally reveals something, so you can make a final judgment call on this. Now, this is Hermes as psychopomp. I know he's the god of the messenger of the gods and the trickster and all of that, but this is him as the psychopomp, the guide of souls in the underworld, bringing people to where they need to go for judging. Or you go into the Elysian Fields, you go into Tartarus, you go into the Isle of the Blessed. I don't know. Rarely means literal physical death. It's not the death card, and even then, that doesn't usually mean that at all. So, I mean, I'm going to say here, you got two major arcana cards out of 6, 2 air cards out of 6, and an earth and a water. So the only thing that you're missing here is fire, which makes sense for a water sign. Let's ask your higher selves what's going on. I love this deck. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. Party. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers, assisting them in navigating the golden true love timeline, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless true love timeline read? Love is all around you. I could so marry Tyler Moore. I just want to go to Minneapolis and throw my hat in the air. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth, because here's the tea. It's the truth. Love is the core of who we are, underneath it all, right? So there's the human heart, all over the place. But then at the core of that is the spark of the divine that we all are, the love that we truly are. So as an internal thing, that might be what this Yemaya is you're feeling it, but you might not know why. Trying to keep it in balance. Definitely this feels like a one-on-one relationship with someone in some way, shape, or form. But of course, this definitely speaks of true love that would then bring in the loving idea with the Ace of Blades, the One of Blades here, the Ace of Swords, a truth coming in with the Sibyl that then reveals something to you so you can make a final judgment decision, right? Guilty, right? Judge, jury, executioner, guilty, innocent. You're going to be able to see that, something being revealed. All right, this is good. I like this. Not a womp womp card in here. Womp womp. But let's see what the mantra is, shall we? Because these relationships are all about healing. Before we come into this world, we ain't got no baggage, right? So they give us these contracts with lots of baggage in it, lots of lead to be alchemized into gold. And the Course in Miracles, of which I am both a teacher and a student for decades, really says that physical proximity in any relationship is equal to the ability for healing to take place, or the potential for healing to take place. Apparently the mantras wanted to do their own thing. Well, you know, everything is beautiful in its own way. Please take a nice deep breath. Let's ask the Ascended Masters. They're fun. Great sense of humor, too. Still point. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity, the perfect and precise healing mantra, please, for the Scorpios and their cross-watchers to navigate the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, with Two of Cups behind them, with the Taurus card on the outer, Yemaya, the moon, on the inner, King of Swords on the outer in the present moment, and where they're headed, One of Blades. A real truth coming in here with the Judgment card, as they simply acknowledge the truth that love is all around them and all of us for this timeless, true love timeline reading, integrating the ego. Oh boy, talk about an alchemical card, the mantra, I know this one well. Everything is for me, not against me. And the Course in Miracles actually says this over and over again. It says this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Now that doesn't mean we gotta like what's going on. In order to be emotionally free, it's okay to dislike. That's from Matt Kahn's book. The universe always has a plan, the 10 golden rules for letting go. So yeah, to be emotionally free and intuitive, a lot of times the judgments that we have, oh, we shouldn't be so judgy, but underneath that leaded veneer of judgment is a golden nugget of intuition. So if we don't allow ourselves to at least have that, right, then the ego will continue doing its thing. But if we can say, no, it's okay to feel this way, because this is happening for me, not to me. Let me read this one to you. This is great. I mean, because what? You think that, well, the ego may want true love, but it's on its own terms, and who the hell gets that, right? You know? Now, is this a relationship read? Maybe. Well, it is a relationship read. Is it a romantic read? I don't know. Only you can know that in a general read. So, integrating the ego. Everything is for me, not against me. When your ego is integrated, there are no problems to fix or questions to answer, not even one more bell to answer. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. There are just the aligned responses of the soul's reality, acknowledging life as a fertile ground, Taurus, where your greater expansion is revealed. And that would make sense with the Judgment card as well. So whatever it is you've been going through in this relationship or any other, it's just an opportunity for you to see it differently, to see it from the point of view of the soul instead of the ego, but that is not more than a choice most of the time. As you integrate your ego, every moment can be seen to be conspiring for your highest evolution instead of plotting against you. And I've got a lot of Scorpios in my life. They're always feeling like someone is plotting or they're doing the plotting. No tea, no shade, no offense either. This mantra is ideal for overcoming victimhood, and we all need to work on that. Being more grateful and becoming more forgiving, because that's when you can look back and say, okay, I don't know how to forgive this, I don't know how to forgive myself, I don't know how to forgive anybody else, but I'm willing, right? All of this is making me better. Everything changes, but it can only change us for the better. But we often see that when we are still. So Scorpios have that intuitive ability to really find stillness and silence within themselves. They raise in vibration, they see it from the satellites, and they go, oh, that couldn't have happened any other way. So, look, Course in Miracles is all about forgiveness. If they had called it the Course in Forgiveness, no one would have ever read it. But a miracle is a shift in consciousness from fear to love, from ego to soul, lead to gold and all that jazz. So, with all the cards on the table, we will finish with what I call a blessimation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation, and I do a prayer and a meditation before every single reading I do, whether it's here or for a client. So let's see what comes out of my mouth, because I surrender my will to the divine all day long. Shall we? Let's have fun with this. Please take a nice deep breath, because these are good. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in their relationships in the golden true love timeline, because a choice was made and it feels like it was a worthy one of great value. And because where they are now, they may not have any idea what's going on in the outside world, but they're feeling it, and paying attention to those 4 chakras and their own intuitive voices would be very helpful as they deal with this Libra energy as themselves, as somebody else, or maybe just in a place of finding balance in a one-on-one relationship. And marriage can mean more than just, marriage as we think of it in a contemporary sense. It means to marry, to join together, because there is a new truth coming in, perhaps the result of them integrating the ego as something is revealed that was not shown before, so they can make a final judgment decision on this, a wise, loving, empowering one, so they get that love is always all around them. They just have to acknowledge that as truth, and that could be that one of Blades, a simple truth that does not require belief in order to be true, as they integrate the ego, because everything is for them, not against them. So may they be blessed with all that they need to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions, becoming and anchoring the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, the true love that breaks all curses, societal, past life, ancestral, and otherwise, anchoring it into Mother Gaia to help this world be the true love that it is, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So motivate, and so it is, because that's how you jump timelines, right? You can't force it. You just gotta be like, all right, I'm just gonna make a better choice. I don't know what that choice is, and you might not right now. You might be weighing it with that King of Swords. So if you found this helpful, if it gave you a clue, a tip, a hint, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm, hey, look, this is a good video, so other Scorpios and crosswatchers can find it. If you want more of me here, absolutely subscribe. If you like, hit the notification bell, then hit it again. I also have another YouTube channel. This one's Angelo Lyons. It's the professional side of my life. I just created Mal for short, which is my personal life cat videos and my take on spirituality. I'm getting ready to do some book reviews. I think I'm going to start with the Celestine Prophecy. If you're familiar, it's a good book. And certainly if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm, Patreon. On Patreon, my favorite thing ever. Oh, I love my Patreon so much. The shop is wonderful. The audios and videos have free previews. Anybody can go check them out. Just go check them out. They're about 2 minutes each. The ebooks are there. My subscribers, depending on their level of subscription, get the ebooks, the audios, and the videos automatically as soon as they subscribe. All of my subscribers get the daily check-ins, which I love. They get all the extended readings, and there are a lot of them, and they're usually over an hour, the extended readings, and they are all relationship oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll be talking about that in a minute if you want to hang in there, but certainly it is the best career move I have ever made, and the relationships that I have made with my patrons over the past couple of years have been wonderful. In fact, one of them designed my new website, drawingthecircle.com, so go check that out too. It's gorgeous. And yeah, if you want to book me for a private session, right now I have an office in my new home here in Saratoga Springs. I've been taking clients there. I got to get to know the people first. Like, are they allergic to cats? I have 3 male black cats who shed all year long, so they got to bring an EpiPen, right? Or I'll read them somewhere else. Like, for instance, at the Magic Moon on Fila Street in Saratoga Springs. I have days set aside. You call them. You say, when is he available? They say this day, this time. You say yes or no. Then they send me a message, and I come in and I read you, and I go home. Although usually it takes 24 hours to set that up, because there's a lot going on here. And did I mention that I made a video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal that explains most of that, but I have to make a new one because I moved. I didn't know I would be moving here as quickly as I did. I knew it was going to be eventually here. I'm closer to my parents now, and I have a healthy relationship with my parents, which I won an Academy Award for. Thank you very much. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world. A teacher in a lawyer That was a lot of fun working on that all this lifetime. But certainly that video explains everything, what I charge, why I charge it, the Patreon discount, right? The majority of the work that I do, though, is on a Zoom call. So once a client books me a little bit before we start, I send them a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform, we record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize, they don't have to take notes or any of that. At the end of it, I send them a link so they can download it to their devices. They tell me they downloaded it and I delete it, because particularly with Scorpios, confidentiality is key. But that's for all of my clients, past, present, and into the future. The most important thing that I say in that video, and I will say it in the new one, which will be called Booking Mal, I just haven't gotten around to it yet, there's a lot going on here, is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. That is a hill I will die on. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a very well-trained witch, so we always make a way. Even if we agree that they pay it forward to someone else down the line, as long as we're in agreement, I will take the session. We just need to agree on it first. So watch the video. I'm going to keep it up even after the new one is created, because it makes my mom laugh, and that's enough of a reason for me. How about you? And certainly, I love this reading for you. This feels like a unity consciousness experience where you experience divine love, true love, in a way that goes beyond words. But to get there, you have to be willing to accept the truth that love is all around, and that's hard to see in this world. But as you see it, that shifts you to the true love timeline, a more golden, loving true love timeline than a let it fearful one, taking everybody else along with you, or at least versions of themselves in the quantum timelines, more loving and truthful. And that could save our society. But Gaia's gonna be fine, I keep hearing. She could take plastic and do something interesting with it in 1 billion years. So, it's really more about us humans on the planet, and the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the stars up above, and that thing called love. So thank you for watching. I love my Scorpios a million miles, so hang in there. I love you. You got this. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.